everybody. Welcome to this live stream. This live stream is just to see if we could get it so we can get a healthy stream going here and I can watch it in the playback to see what's going on. So we're going to do a little bit of talking, but we're going to be right back.
EF fly fishing. Let the action begin.
Hey, welcome back, long riders. I don't expect to have too many people in the live stream that it's not announced. Seems to be doing really well. Excuse me. We've been having a lot of problems doing our live streams. If you wondered why we haven't been doing them on Sundays, it's a little bit of a learning experience for me so far with the new camera. I don't know if, yeah, hold on a sec. That's the new camera, the ES Rebel SL2. If you want to know what camera to get for YouTube videos, this is it. The SL2 is the bomb. I love the camera. See it? And then along with that, I use a Tascar mic. You see that? Shotgun mic. So that's pretty neat. Hey, how's the stream look? If you're watching this right now, give me a comment. I think it looks a lot better than it did in the last couple. Holy cow, I got 4 people watching. Anybody gonna make a comment? Tell me how the stream looks. If you guys that been like, where's your stream have been? We've been having a lot of problems. The last one I watched, we tried doing this stream, would have been Saturday, I think it was, and you couldn't watch it. The replay, it didn't even have much of a video. It was just kind of like paused on a picture of me. So, but anyway, loyal sock. We can talk about this stuff now, and we can use it in the replay. The loyal sock is loaded. Now, I know you guys from other states might not have it or be the same way, but it is hard to find a creek in our area that we fly fish that doesn't have some kind of stocking program. I mean, you can't, you'd be really hard pressed to find a place that don't stock. Nice. That, hey, Big Ron, thanks a lot. All you guys, Big Ron and Steve Beamer, I went in and set the camera. I turned down the video image to 720 from 1080 and all that. But anyway, back to Lancaster, or not Lancaster, the loyal sock. That is in the Pennsylvania Select, which we're going to try and hit as many of them Pennsylvania Select waters. They put bigger fish in here and the Pennsylvania Select waters to try and get a chance for people to catch bigger fish. They're almost all delayed harvest, so I think after June 25th you can actually keep the fish. But usually that's where I would, if I was going to eat fish, that's what I would do. I'd go in there and catch some of them big ones after they've been in there for a while. She slayed them. We're going to do a couple videos are coming up. We're going to do some Lively Legs who's sponsoring this live stream. And the next 2 live stream, Lively Legs are going to sponsor because they sent me some free stuff that I figured I could do them honorable. And I'm doing a video on the Lively Legs, which she used the same fly all day. She put it in the box and used it again last night. Now, we didn't see many fish last night. Somebody told us white deer's fished out. It's not fished out. What happens is a lot of times in the winter is these fish will crawl up under roots or bury themselves in the leaves. They'll do all kinds of stuff, and you won't see them. They're still there. Right now, they're definitely hiding. Look, you got bears hunting them all year. You got hawks hunting them all year. They get really used to hiding, and you won't see them. Now, come Wednesday, it's supposed to rain, but we're going to try. I don't think I could take the Canon with me, but I could take the action cams out and film us stocking Wednesday, even if it's raining. If, you know, because if it's raining, I don't want to take the cannon out and ruin it. But the action cams are waterproof. You can stick them under the water. So I'll probably just film it using the action cam. But stay tuned for that video. We got a the loyal sock video coming up. We got the lively legs, Olive lively legs. She caught every fish. I caught every fish on the lively legs. Olive. It's a killer pattern. We're going to show you how to tie that one. And a brown version of that. You can tie them in brown, black. Which I ran into a friend. If you ever want to get a hold of us, maybe learn something on the water and you're in our area, get a hold of me. We could do a meetup. I can show you a few things, maybe, you know, or you could show me a few things if you're really good at fly fishing. I love learning new things. I've learned so much. Like one thing I've learned is last year is don't underestimate water size. When it got warm, in Pine Creek, we went up Slate Run, and that is not a very big creek. And there was a hole right along the bank. Excuse me. That was only maybe 6-7 inches deep. And if you go back and watch the old videos, I get a monster brown out of there, you know. Basically just no strike indicator, just kind of going down. You're an infant type style, and man, it was big brown that was in that little water, and that surprised me, you know. It made me feel different about small creeks that aren't fished as much and how they can hold big fish. It doesn't take massive amounts of water, and that's what I basically learned last year, a lot more than I ever have before. I'm learning that like the Quill Gordon emerges on the bottom and comes to the surface as an adult. That's something I didn't know before. All this is, yes, Big Ron. If you're coming to our area, and definitely in 2 months, what would it be, March, April, May. In May, get a hold of me. I'll know exactly where, you know, like we fish a lot, man. We fish, oh my word. We don't always take the video cameras. Sometimes we don't like taking video cameras on our fishing ventures. We leave the cameras in the car and we're like, we're just going to have and that's when we seem to catch more fish, is when we do that. But anyway, we do that quite a bit so that we can have our time without having to worry about the camera recording or all that. And so we fish probably, I don't know, 200 days out of the year. So we fish a lot. So Big Ron, if you come in our area, or anybody else that come to our area, we'll be able to tell you probably what, I mean, unless we've had some kind of, I don't know, problem, car broke down for weeks or something, I don't know. But if we're a fish, we can tell you exactly what they're hitting, which creeks. We cover Penns Creek, Pine Creek, White Deer, Spruce Run, which I'm starting to think about running a guide service for White Deer, Spruce Run, and some of these smaller creeks in our area, because nobody does it. And there is some extremely good fishing water in our area. From right behind the house here, it goes up many miles up north, or up creek. And there's lots of good fishing on White Deer to have. So if you're coming to this area, Big Ron, definitely get a hold of me. If not just to fish with me, I can tell you where you're going and what's happening. And you can also, everybody, I want you to know that you can go on, if you're fishing even in probably Montana, Colorado, anywhere you are fishing, you can look up the hatch charts of what's hatching on the water when you're there. Or look it up, just say you're in Louisiana, you're coming to Pennsylvania. You can look up the hatch charts, and it'll give you an idea of what flies are going to be hatching. And you can tie the nymphs, the mergers, and all that of them through our series and be prepared when you get here. I don't know if that'll help us go green again, or probably not, but anything's got to look better than the replay we had before. I mean, it was terrible. You couldn't watch it. It froze. It's still a little laggy. That's not as bad, but I could still work on getting that better too. I can change settings, maybe make it so it's not laggy. I think the image probably quality looks pretty good. So yeah, if you're coming to my area, let me know. I'll go fishing with you. We went out last night and talking to a guy that never fished before. And man, he had a kit that Lively Legs had tied for them. Like I said, this is sponsored by them. He had a thing, I think he said it paid $130, but he had a box full of nymphs. It's going to last him all year long, and ones that I didn't even have. Like a Lively Legs Prince nymph with legs on it. You know, that's just something that I would have never thought of. So, I mean, you could go to Lively Legs and order your boxes. You can order a dry fly kit from them, or a box. You can order a nymph box. Get all your flies from them and be prepared. I mean, he's not going to have any problems. He's got more than enough nymphs he needs. I mean, the only thing I would recommend you do if you're going to do them Lively Legs is tie some without them. Tie some without beads. Tie a pheasant tail. For real picky fish, you might have to tie ones that are without beads and stuff like that. Sometimes a picky fish won't eat a beaded fly or something. I mean, it's really rare. I've caught, I mean, the pheasant tail, just the plain beadhead pheasant tail with legs. I've caught more wild fish on that than any other fly I think I've ever used. But man, I'll tell you what, that Lively Legs olive is coming up. It's just gonna beat the tar out of any flies that we've ever. I mean, Tracy stood in one spot this on Friday, and she must have caught 10 fish and missed about 12 on the same fly. And when she was done using that fly, after she caught all them fish, as you would see in the video, she put the fly back in her box and tied it back on. I was really proud of that, because that's my flies I tied, and they're strong, they last, you know. So watch our videos, man. That caught 10 fish, and she's going to catch probably 10 more before she has to change flies. She's like, I'm putting this in my box, and I'm going to see how many fish I can get out of it. So we're going to be doing that. Stay live on that challenge. We're going to see how long one fly could possibly catch fish before it's destroyed. We do a lot of techniques that you won't see anywhere else, and a lot of times it leads to a stronger, better fly. Big Ron, yeah, they are. I mean, the Lively Legs are amazing. I do a big stone. It's probably 2 inches long, and that kills them. Which I got to go back and tie some of them and get some beads, because I'm out of beads. I need beads for them. I need beads for my other Lively Legs. I mean, I am just shy on beads. Not shy on hooks anymore, because Lively Legs has sent me free hooks. They are going to give me, I think, work with me on discounts for my tying materials. And the hooks are already debarbed. And I've been having a lot of problem with mustads straightening out or breaking. I don't know what's the deal with them, but I've had a lot of problems with that. And so I'll probably start buying more of my hooks from Lively Legs. Once they're already debarbed, I don't have to debarb and worry about breaking hooks while I'm debarbing. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's why I always debarb my hooks in the vise. If you break one there, you don't have a... You just throw the hook away and start over. If you debarb them on the creek, and you can break one on the creek, and that's a bummer. You spend all the time tying it, and then you break it. Now, I want to discuss something else. When it comes to the different wings we tied in on the Hackless Dries, the emerger patterns. Most of these emerger patterns are universal. Like if you could take the Hendrickson and you can use the March Brown emerger, just change the colors on it and use it for the Hendrickson. So like one emerger pattern in your box tying different colors could work. I like personally, I've been getting more into actually March Brown emerger, a Hendrickson emerger. We're gonna have a Slate Drake emerger, the Green Drake emerger. I get more into them specific flies. I'm not sure how much my going into the different emergers help compared to whether using a regular merger, but I had a fish rising in front of me last year during the drake, and it would not take any merger I had. I think if I would have actually had a green drake emerger, because that's exactly, I could see exactly what it was taking. It would not take the dries. You let the dries go by, but if it was squiggling around on the surface, hatching, it was eating them. And I never caught that fish. I had to let it go. I think I think one of the things is most of my emergers were Hendricksons and Caddis, and they were littler. You know, these green drakes are huge. You're talking size 8 on a hook, and sometimes bigger. So they're a big fly. So the emerger had to be bigger, and I think that's one of the reasons. I think size of a fly, like let's say instead of having a Hendricks actual fly nymph or a March Brown nymph, you could do almost have the same results. I don't think exactly the same. I think these flies, you know, help you out to increase your chance of catching fish. But the same size pheasant tail could work just as good, almost as good, I would say. I wouldn't say just as good, but almost as good as the March Brown if it's in the same size. So like if you tie pheasant tails in size 18, 16, 12, 14, and 12, you'd have most of your mayflies covered. I like to get more specific on my mayflies. I'm sorry, I'm still in my pajamas early in the morning. I apologize. I just wanted to see how it's going, and since it's going good, it looks like it's been pretty decent. We've been in green. I think that'll fix my streaming issues. I hope. We might have to go in and set a couple more. I think it's still a little laggy. If anybody's watching still, wants to comment, is it laggy? I think I'm gonna have a cigar while we talk. I know I should quit smoking cigars so I can stick around and bug you guys and drive you crazy with my videos. Here's another thing. On my next dry fly video we got coming, I am going to put it out. I ran out. I had made that video 3 times because I was having problems with the new camera and figuring out how to get the videos out, and it was making the videos corrupt, and I had to erase them. I did that video 3 times, spent 3 hours doing them, and then the video was corrupt. So I did the last one. I ran out in the little wings, so I put a wing. It's a little bit bigger than it really should be, but here's the thing. I'm going to show you people it's catching fish with that wing bigger. A little laggy, but not bad. Well, that's cool. Big Ron. I'm going to show you, and see, here's the thing. I noticed when you're using foam wings, or some of the wings that they have that you could get that are already made, if you go too big, they want to tip forward. These wings that I'm using are so light in material that ain't going to happen. They're not going to land like, you know, forward or anything, or on their side. They're light. They're as going to be light as the wood duck or whatever you tie in as wings, just as light. So, and I'm gonna I put out a burning wing video, and so now all these will come in as the hatches come in. You'll be able to see us catching fish with all these hatches in our fishing videos, and then I'll send you. You could go back and see actually how you tie the video that we actually caught the fish on. And this is what I really like doing. This really makes me happy when I can show you a video where the fish are catching them and show you how to tie that fly that we actually caught the fish on, so that you know, hey, look, these really work. He's not kidding. he's not just blowing smoke. He's got the flies. He shows me how to tie them. I went out, he took that fly, went out and tied it, went out in the creek, caught a bunch of fish with it, so I know it works. And I like doing that, because then you know, you're like, hey man, this guy knows how to tie. Let's get on and he's tie these up. Which he should have already been, because we're almost in fishing season. Like I said, we got 2 days, and they're stocking the fly stretch here. They've already stocked all the other creeks, and so we're about ready for ripening first day. And I think the monitored youth day is coming up this weekend, I think, where they could take a kid fishing. Wish I knew a kid who wanted to learn how to fly fish. I'd take him out and teach him fly fishing that day. That'd be a great day. Only kids on the water. I could teach them a lot of instruction on the days. If you're a younger guy, you watching my videos and you're watching this, get a hold of me if you live in my area. I'll take you out and show you the first day of that monitored youth day. We can spend all day on the creek figuring out how you fish, how you fly fish, flies to use. I would love it. That makes my day to teach the younger generation this. If we don't keep teaching the younger generation about fly fishing, the sport is not going to sustain, and it's going to go away. The youth are the key to keeping this sport alive. If anybody has a big idea how I can reach more youth with my videos to keep the sport alive, I'm all ears on how to do it. We're going to start, we did sign up for some volunteer programs. I think I'm going to start teaching classes at Boy Scouts. I'd love to get a hold of my old troop and teach them. Because yes, I was in Boy Scouts for many years. I was a counselor in Boy Scouts for a while. Oh, I want to show you these. Look at this. Look what they gave me. They finally gave me a shirt. They figured, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. There we go. Blue heron, bait and tackle. Fish, big emblem on the back. They hooked me and Tracy up. They gave us each one of these. And for that, I told them I'd wear it in a live stream. We spend a lot of money there. A lot of people go, why don't you go to Fly Tires Heaven? It's a lot bigger store, a lot more stuff. You know, you're adding another half an hour onto my drive. And he don't open till like 1 o'clock. A lot of times I like to go and get bead heads and stuff and come back here and do a tying video. And that would take my whole day up, and that's why I don't go to the Fly Tires Heaven, which is a really nice place. You can check that place out. I go to Blue Herring. It's convenient. It's quicker. It's here, closer. It's like right across the bridge, basically, and down the road a mile. And I love their customer service. I love going in and they say hi to us. They know who we are. So I love their customer service. So another thing I have to say, apologize to, is the guy that run our bamboo fly rod. I didn't get that sent out yet. I have to go back and look at your address. If you're in our area, I'm thinking it might just be easier to deliver it to you and fish with you that day. I think that would be a lot cooler. It'd be a great video. I'll have to see how far away you are. Let's see if I could send or hand deliver it to you. Would be a lot better. Man, there's Tom Heron. No, I don't think I did. He says, morning Don, did you get my emails with the fly vice bases I'm looking at making? No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I missed that. This time of the year, sometimes if I miss you guys' emails, you guys send me things, but just let me know if you send me emails. I work in an almost 40-hour week. This week, there was no week till Monday, Tuesday. The job's not ready yet. I mean, we have that. We have downtime when we're waiting for an excavator to dig a hole for us to put footers in and to build a, you know, it's just the construction world. So when I'm working that man office, now I'll get caught up on my emails and comments this week because, like I said, and then Wednesday we're supposed to go back, or Thursday, but Wednesday's supposed to rain. Thursday's 80%, or Wednesday's 80% chance of rain. Tomorrow's 50% chance of rain. Thursday's 60%. So it could rain all the way from now, starting tomorrow up to Friday. And that kind of stinks, fishing wise. Alright, okay. I'm not sure. Fly sent to everything fly fishing. Okay. I'll have to check that out, Tom. Thank you. But like I was saying, I'm having a hard time trusting sending that rod to the winner in a tube that I get from any place I can find them, because they just, it's an old bamboo. Last thing I want to do is ship it to you and you get it in pieces. So I'm going to look up your address. I can't quite remember who won it. Axe to a water jet. Oh, I love them. Water jet cutters, they are cool as heck. Yeah, I've seen them work at my job. Water cutters, they're awesome. Fish shapes into granite. That is cool as heck. Unfortunately, I have a C-clamp right now, and I don't think I could take my C-clamp and put it in one. I have to upgrade my vise. I need to do one anyway, and I just haven't done it. Last year was really bad, like I said, and you all know it. And I got shut down in the winter, and I'm now just catching up on basically all my bills. It's a pain in the butt. So, but anyway, I need to get a new one. Vice. So, I'm thinking that if you won that rod and you're watching this, leave me a comment. I'm thinking about trying to see where your address is. If it's not that far away, like I said, it might be just better to make sure it's safe, it's delivered properly, and all that. Because, man, it's unreplaceable. I can't go out and buy another reel like that. It took me years to collect it, and so I don't want to have to replace it. So most likely, I'll probably just fish slate and pine before, but yellow breeches and allenberry is about the first I get that way anymore. Steve. Yeah. Here's the thing. You're going to say, what? I know people are going to flip out on me when I make this comment. I never fished yellow breeches. Now you're like, huh? Have you just started fishing? I've been fishing since I was 14, so that makes it well over 30 years of fishing, and I never fished yellow breeches. Probably because when I was younger, you know, you have a time frame that I didn't fly fish at all. You know, you got from the time that I turned 18, went in the military, and spent all that time, and which is really crappy because I was in Germany and Holland, and I could have totally did some killer brown trout fishing. But did I? No. Because, you know, you're a 19. What are you worried about more than fishing? Women and drinking and enjoying your new freedoms in Germany. I was 19. I could drink legally in Germany, and that was the last thing on my mind, was picking up the fly rod, which I really, really wish I would have thought more about that. But yes, I never fished yellow breeches. Now, this year, we vow to get out to more water. So maybe yellow breeches is in a trip. And Steve, let me know if you're coming into our area and going to yellow breeches. Maybe we can meet and you can teach me. I never fished yellow breeches, so I don't know quite the layout of yellow breeches, and the fly is smaller in yellow breeches. Like a lot of creeks in this area, one creek will have your drakes in a size 12, and some of your creeks will have drakes in a size 8. I have always noticed it seems to be the bigger the water, the bigger the flies. I don't know if that's a general rule. You know, somebody leave a comment down below if that seems like a general rule. I'm not sure if it is or not. But I can't rate on this live stream too long. For the simple fact is that I need to get back and make videos for you guys. And one video takes me almost all day. So I don't know if I'll get one completely done today to post or not. One of my main concern was But white fly hatch isn't what it used to be. Yeah. You guys, I want to discuss something with you. You want to see chaos. Come to Pennsylvania. Go to Penn's Creek during the green drake hatch. The only best way I could describe it is if you ever go to a concert or something and the gates aren't open yet. Everybody's standing outside waiting for the concert to open, and the concert gate opens and thousands of people come running in the gate. That's what it's like, the green drake. I mean, it's chaos. I don't even know if I'm ever going to fish it again. I had a video last year. I'm thinking I might go down and record it on the camera for you guys and maybe fish a little bit, but it's hard. I mean, it's like squeezing to the front row of a concert to get to the creek. I mean, people are 4 feet apart for miles. That you can get a video and just take a picture of the creek and just see the people all the way down around bends and just side by side, 4 feet apart. It's crazy madhouse of the green drake, and it's legendary. People come from all over the world. I have a merger pattern on a caddis pattern I got from a guy from New Zealand. He was here from New Zealand fishing Penn's Creek. And that wasn't even doing the drake. That was just doing the caddis. He just loves the caddis on Penn's that much. I don't like the caddis. Hard time bringing the fish up on a caddis hatch. But well, Steve Beamer says, not my kind of fishing. What's not my kind of, your kind of fishing? Where everybody's standing wall to wall, people. It ain't mine either. I learned some valuable lessons last year through the green drake. There was 2 guys that were on the bank, and there was a fish merging or hitting the surface right in front of them, maybe 5 feet from the bank. And I don't know if they thought it was a chub or what their deal was, but they sat there, didn't get their rods out, didn't cast on the water the whole time. This fish is sitting there rising in front of them, rising in front of them. They walk upstream, and when they're done walking upstream, I wade out, catch that fish, and it was one of the prettiest browns I caught all last year. Oh yeah, he says he don't like the crowds. It sucks, man. It's like, you know, it's like here, the first day of trout season. You know, last year I fished the first day of trout season. I was literally 10 feet from where I'm sitting right now, on a bank, right behind the house, because there was nobody there, and I had to get there. And the only reason I wanted to do that is I wanted to catch that big palomino, or golden rainbow. There's no such thing as a palomino. Golden rainbow on the fly rod for video. And I told everybody, I said, just wait. If you want to catch this guy, wait till I'm done. I catch him, I'll put him back. And everybody's like, oh, you can put that fish back. We know better. It's huge. I put all my fish back. I don't care if it's 37 inches. You know, if I want to fish on my wall, I'll get with a painter and paint me one. I don't need to kill fish to do that. Oh man, sounds like a normal first day of PA trout season, Tom says, on any creek. I've seen guys get into arguments over who's fishing a hole. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Actually, up here on White Deer, it looks like a carnival. There's food stands set up, people selling food, there's barbecues going on. I mean, it's like a fucking, excuse me, it's like a carnival. And I just don't like it. Yeah, I can't afford to put fish on the wall anymore. Yeah, I forget. The last time I priced one, I caught one that was over 25 inches. And I decided that I finally might put one on my wall. And here's what happened. The power went out in my freezer while I was not home for a whole day. Didn't know it. Didn't find out until people said the power was out for a whole day. Refroze the fish and ruined it, and I couldn't get it mounted, and I destroyed a really pretty 25-inch brown. So I never did it again. But when I actually did check on the price, you're talking $300 to $400. I can get a pretty amazing artist to draw me a picture or paint me a picture of that fish that I caught by sending him a picture of it and painting it for probably cheaper, more in a $200 price range instead of the $400 price range, and I don't have to kill a fish. I know I've been listening to fish management speakers say that you should kill some stockies because they will end up hurting the natural trout because they'll eat the little baby fish that were hatched out in the creek, and they'll mow them and they'll destroy the native, or not natives per se, but holdovers or the more prettier, bigger fish in the water. They'll eat their babies. I'm not sure about that. Me, I don't like the taste of trout. I will eat perch. I love yellow perch. I heard that the best fish to eat is a 10-inch brookie or smaller, right around the legal size. I don't know. I'm not into all that either. I'd rather eat perch, sunfish, walleye, bass, any other fish besides trout. Right. Steve Beamer said, I don't keep any, putting them back for others to catch. Anyway, all you need is a camera nowadays. See, that's the good thing. I said to my fiance, who's going to soon be my wife, I don't know if you guys know that me and Tracy got engaged a week ago. I mean, here you announced it. I announced it. Me and Tracy got engaged. You can go on our Facebook page. Right down. It's basically Donald Russell Jr. on Facebook. You can go check that out. You can see the rings. We're getting married. We don't know when yet. We didn't set a date. But we got engaged. I forget what I was going to say about Tracy. Anyway, Tracy said, I told Tracy, I said, if I would enter, like, let's say I figured out a way to make a bunch of money off my YouTube channel, or you guys just started to, I don't know, figure out a way that we could make a lot of money, I would probably spend a lot of money buying cheap action cams and sending to all my subscribers. I mean, if you guys have action cams, record that footage, man. We can make a collab video. I can use that footage in my videos. I can say, here's a video by so-and-so, and use it, and that gives you an opportunity to get into the filming business. Try out what your videos look like on YouTube. See how your cameras do. Record that footage and send it to me, man. I can use it, and I sure will. You know, I would love to send all y'all action cams and get me footage. Thanks, Tom. Have a good day at work, bro. I will see you later. And, Damon Drake, my brother. Welcome to the live stream. I know you didn't make it. This was an unplanned live stream, in case you're wondering why you didn't know about it. That would be why. This is an unplanned live stream. I was basically just going to test out the camera to make it, make sure. We had really bad live streams, Damon. I set the camera back to 720. I turned back the speed, made the speed faster on the settings on, I think it's all in the OBS settings. That how do you think? Does it look better? Somebody said it's a little laggy, but ain't bad. I mean, the last video I did, if you guys didn't, you probably didn't see it because I erased it. That it was so bad that it was like watching a picture. You could hear the volume. The sound sounded great, but the replay, all you could see was a still image, and it was terrible. I erased them, all of them. So we kind of just went on here to see if the camera was working, and then I started talking. And I love doing these live streams. I loved, you know, getting involved with you guys, and you guys coming in and saying hi. You can say hi to other people on the top chat now, which I think the top chat, we have it over here, right? but I think that over when you do the replay, you can see the actually top chat on the side. But I think it's kind of cool when you can go full screen on our live streams and still see the chat. And it's been cold. Man, we got out. We went to Pine Creek 2 weeks ago on a Saturday. We were on the creek for a half an hour and it was cold. My hands froze. Her hands froze. I like fishing. I like it to be enjoyable. And when I'm cold, it's not enjoyable. I don't like doing it. Simply is I go out there to enjoy myself. And if I'm not enjoying myself, I'm not happy and I don't want to be there. The same way with hunting. I will not hunt in sleet, pouring down rain, all that, but I hear you. We had hail and thunderstorms all night here. This looks awesome. A little bit laggy. We're on sound. I'll check to see if audio is in time synced on OBS, but it's barely noticeable. Check out to see if audio is in time synced on OBS. Okay. I'll do that. Thank you. Damon Drake is like our computer man. He's really a valuable person to have to know. Another thing Damon Drake does is he does a lot of charity work with groups and stuff where he's from. So hey, you guys, I'll go check out his. Check out Damon Drake. You probably find him on Facebook, or he might leave a comment and tell you where you can find him. And check out his charity work he does. He might be from your area, and you can go help him do some charity or whatever. But get a hold of him. He's a really good guy. So, like I was saying earlier, most of our dry flies, our mergers, and our nymphs are interchangeable by changing size and color. And and you have to understand that. All right, when you're dry fly fishing, let's say you're dry flying the Hendrickson hatch, okay? That's what's hatching. So you know what fly to tie on for what's hatching on the surface, because you can look at the fly. Even if you don't know it's a Hendricks, let's say you go buy a dry fly box, like I said my friend did, that we talked to last night. Just getting involved in fly fisherman fishing still sometimes picks up his spinner rod, because you know, when you first start dry fly fishing, or fly fishing period, you still think to yourself, hey man, I'm not catching you on the fly rod, but I know if I go get that spin cast rod and put on that certain spinner or certain lure, then I'm going to slay him. And it gets you going back to the spin rod, and you got to build up that confidence on your fly rod. And just have faith in it. And take... there's hundreds and hundreds of outfitters, guides that'll take you out. That's one thing I think we're going to get involved in, is getting involved with guides where we can come out and record your fishing day and putting it on DV so you can have your fishing day forever. I think that's one of the ways we're going to start getting our side hustle on. And I think that's what we're going to do, is starting off a recording service, and not just for fishing, for anything you do. You're having let's say you're having once a year you have a family reunion, and you want to post that family reunion on the family website. And I know I do it. They love it when my family, when I post something on the Russell family website about the Easter party, and I take the camera along and take pictures and film it. Everybody seems to love it, you know. And you can do this. Hire us to come in and record something that you have, an event, any event, a birthday party, so you can save it for later. We could do pictures. One thing I'm doing this year to try and see how I do on it and see how I like it is I'm taking my fiance's daughter's senior pictures this year. And the thing that I told her is, with us, is our billing will be different. You know, we're not going to charge an arm and leg. You know, I go to work like an 8-hour day, and I make about $100 a day. So if I can figure out a side way that I can make the same amount per year, so it's probably roughly about 20-30,000 a year. I'd be satisfied with 20,000 a year. Making a side hustle or making videos and get sponsored where I can bring in that kind of money a year. I would never freaking stop making videos. I'd make a video every day. But that's hard to do, is come up with that kind of money to replace your income. So I need to come up with side stuff. So that I'm going to volunteer, but it won't be as expensive. And I can take hundreds of pictures here for to choose from, where most photographers charge you for every scene that you shoot. We're not going to do that. Just like you will want to hire us to come out and record your fishing day, because it's not going to cost you an arm and leg. You know, we're not making movies. You know, we're not making the river runs through it on your fishing day, so we ain't gonna have to pay for $50,000 cameras and all that. So, but now that we updated our cameras, I'm getting more into videography, getting more in our fishing videos. Become more of a theatrical production. It'll be more easy to watch, more entertaining as we go. And I've never got worse at making, and my videos never went downhill. They've always increased and improved. Man, I'm talking 46 minutes on something I was just going to do for 5 minutes to see if it worked. The dreaded insurance, as I call it. And yeah, that's one thing. Trust me, I don't think if Tracy is a type 1 diabetic, so that means she has to have insulin, and there is you're talking, I don't even know, anywhere from 12,000 a year up for her insulin, her pump, all that stuff. So if that wasn't for that, I think me and her would have probably packed up bags, bought a Winnebago, and traveled and been traveling filmmakers and figured out income. I'm a mason. I'm a mason construction worker, and I've been doing it for 25 years. I can get a job literally anywhere in days. I mean, everywhere they're building. I mean, I also could do drywall, paint. So I've, skilled in a lot of different things in the construction business. So if it wasn't for insurance, Damon, yeah, I'd probably be going to in different states and traveling. You mean I can't make... David Drake says, you mean you can't make me look like Brad Pitt while I'm fishing? I could, literally, what I could do for you, Damon, is I got this all figured out, brother. You ready? What I could do is I could bring my daughter and her makeup bag, and we could do your makeup maybe, and maybe work with camera lighting a little bit and get you looking as close as we could to Brad Pitt, if that works for you. Do you want me to do that, man? Bring Becca out and we can record you, man, Damon, and bring makeup along, and she can bring her curling iron on, do your hair, do your makeup, make you look like make you look like Brad Pitt, so you come for our videos, and then you can post that video on your Facebook and all that. Imagine all the people that would come and check out your charity if we made you look like Brad Pitt. You'd have all kinds of people come and check out your charity. Need plastic surgery. Yeah. Trust me, I don't look like Brad Pitt on the creek either. Maybe Kid Rock. I've had hundreds of people come up to me and say, you look like Kid Rock. I've actually had a girl wanted to take a picture of me giving her a kiss one time when I was single. Her husband took the picture, and that was the strangest thing. But yeah, maybe Kid Rock or Lieutenant Dan. Them two. It's a comment I get. But yeah, I like putting the fish back for somebody else to catch, and like I said, we got a lot of videos coming out. You wanna pay attention to our channel, because if you're watching this in the replay and you still haven't clicked that little bell icon on our channel, Need to do that. That lets you know when a new video comes out. We go live. You'll get a little thing, a little email sent to you saying we're going live. You'll get messages saying we're going live. I think you have to be actually signed into YouTube though to get them. I'm not sure. Tom was just going to say Lieutenant Dan. Yeah, I got a lot of Lieutenant Dans. Which, let me tell you, like I told most people, Lieutenant Dan, the guy that played Lieutenant Dan, and Kid Rock both have won Sexiest Man of the Year, so. Alright, guys. Is there much I wanted to talk about? Let's see. I think I have a list up here somewhere. Lively Legs, the Mergers, the Universe Sock. Oh, I know one thing I didn't talk about yet. If you guys are wondering how I'm fishing and the opening day of trout season hasn't opened yet, I don't know if in your area, I don't know how all these states work. I have only been basically to New York and to Pennsylvania, and I think they're pretty much the same, except for New York doesn't make you buy 100 different stamps for everything, you know. But anyway, there's special regulation areas that are open all year round. Actually, on Penns Creek, from Glen Iron Bridge down creek, it's open all year round. It's like, I think it's 100 yards or 100 feet from the last stocking spot is open all year round. Big Ron says, keep your videos coming. Great channel. I'll be in touch. You do that, Big Ron. Let me know when you come to this area and we'll go fishing with you. At least we'll give it one heck of a try. Thank you for watching. So we almost going to have an hour live stream here when I didn't really, was just kind of, but you know, I brought you a big news event. If you're here and you just started watching it, you might want to go back and watch the replay. I have a big details about me and Tracy. You might want to know. There's, like I said, our videos are going to get better. I can't wait to bring you the new tying videos because, man, does that Canon... I used a webcam before, and this new Canon camera is just amazing in the video quality. As sure as you guys could tell here of the video quality on the, excuse me, live streams. And I turned the camera back to 720 in video post because, you know, it just seems to be a better stream. I might even turn, I don't have the camera turned back to 720. You might have to do that, make it a little better. But hey, keep watching our videos. We're getting better and better and better. And wait till you see the new video quality of our new videos. You're going to be amazed. I know I am well impressed with the new video quality. So, let's do a whole hour. We got 7 more minutes. Let's see. Gonna try and see what we got here. Okay. I know you can't see this, but I'm trying to read questions. Here's the comments on all the so slow. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright. Man, it keeps going away. I can't see what I'm recording. Okay. They like the music. A lot of comments on music. There's one here from a comment that I'm not sure what it says because it's not even in English. Here's a question: what do we use for the tail on the deadliest streamer? On that we use white marabou, and we don't cut the white marabou off like you do when you make a woolly bugger. You just wrap it hackle style up to the eyelet and tie it off, and that's a white SOB. Here's a video. Make sure you guys all, I'm going to plug these guys because I love them so much, is make sure you check out the Brown Trout Club and Slate Run Tackle Shop. Right out from the Slate Run Tackle Shop, I think it's 2.5 miles, something like that, downstream is trophy trout, or all tackle waters. And it's catch and release only, but there is monsters. You should just go back to the Slate Run Tackle Shop's videos and check out them. Right, just type Slate Run Tackle Shop and go in there on their YouTube channel and check out the stocking. I think they just put one up of them stocking them. There are some huge fish they stock in there, and it's all bought by people that donate money to the Brown Trout Club. See, hopefully it doesn't divide it up into more than one video. Yes, there's a comment that says, too many critics. Enjoy about tying and fishing, another nice tie. Right, I agree. There's so many critics that want to say, you know, your legs are too long, your wings are too long. Or is that what I say a lot of times is a lot of fly tyers tie for a fly fisherman to catch fly fisherman's eyes, not the fish. And we tie here to catch fish. And if somebody looks at my box and says, no, that's none of them are going to work. Here's a prime example. I'm not mentioning who it was, or, you know, I'm sure that if they watch this replay, the person that I'm talking about is going to know who I'm talking about. But I ran into somebody on the creek the other day, and they fish mainly wets and streamers. And I understand that they don't use any synthetic materials. They don't like lively legs. They say it's glorified lure with a bobber. You might as well be fishing a worm. Well, that could be. If you have that theory, that's fine. But when we asked them how many fish they caught, well, I've been here almost all day, and I hooked up one. Then Tracy goes down to the creek on her second cast, hooks up with a fish so big that it straightens out her hook. Alright? After you, I know a lot of people are proud and they don't want to catch a fish unless it's on a dry fly. They don't want to use synthetics. That's fine if you choose to be that way. But if we would have listened to that and stuck to that theory, we don't want to fish traditional only patterns that have no synthetics on it, we would have caught them fish. So I will use anything synthetic or whatever if it improves my chance, because the whole idea, I think, of our channel and you watching is for you to learn how to catch more fish, not catch fishermen. And if you see my boxes, a lot of people would say, well, that ain't gonna do so good, until you go down the creek with me and we start catching fish like that guy did up at the sock. You know, it's like you can stick to your traditions, but I'm going to catch more. I'm going to catch fish, and I'm going to be out there with whatever it takes. If it takes a live legs, and you're saying that's cheating because the live legs look too real, I really don't care. If that's your opinion, that's your opinion. But I'm not going to stop fishing with them because you said it's not real trout or fly fishing. It's not a real fly. It's synthetic. Whatever, man. I'm here to catch fish, not your permission. And with that being said, we are now up to an hour, and that's about as long as I think my battery's going to die in my camera any minute. Thank you for being here for this live stream. I hope we helped you out in some kind of way, and I appreciate all being here for it. It was an unannounced, unplanned one. I just wanted to see if I could get the cameras working better, and I think this one went a lot better than the last couple. So you all have a good day, and peace. And keep your lines wet out of trees and only give them fish a sore lip.